back with another video for the ABCs of Horror Challenge created by Rob's Nightmares. All you do for this challenge is review a horror movie for each letter of the alphabet from A to Z in order, and you can go at your own pace. I am on the letter E, and I didn't have very many horror movies in my collection that started with E, so I went rummaging around in my sister's room and came across this DVD for Evil Takes Root, The Curse of the Batty Bat. First of all, I was drawn to the colorful cover, and then I read the second line of the title, Curse of the Batty Bat, and I was like, what the hell is a batty bat? I simply must know. Turns out it's not really any kind of bat creature, which is a little disappointing, but I saw that it stars Nicholas Gonzalez, who we knew from the Good Doctor TV series, which we used to watch before the pandemic. And it turns out this movie is based on some kind of Filipino folklore, which is interesting. Nicholas Gonzalez plays sort of a paranormal investigator, and he gets a phone call from this woman that he had an affair with years earlier, and she's asking for his help. But then she ends up dying under mysterious circumstances, so he ends up traveling to her house, and things don't go well with her husband. But I guess he has some sort of like psychic abilities or something, like he sees these flashes and stuff, so he senses that the husband and her daughter are in danger, so he sticks around in the town to find out what's going on. I thought this movie was okay. It's a little different. You can tell it's low budget, but like the cinematography is pretty good. Some of the special effects aren't great. There's like a lot of CGI and stuff, like roots growing and meandering and stuff. And when we finally see the entity, it reminded me a little bit of the Blair Witch crossed with Oscar the Grouch. But there was also kind of a little bit of a Evil Dead vibe. But I thought the story was fairly interesting. It involved witchcraft and then like possession, exorcism stuff. And I found the characters pretty interesting. And there's a lot of them. There's the husband of the woman who got killed, and he's sort of a rugged, manly type. He's also like a ophthalmologist, eye surgeon, whatever you call that. And then there's his daughter. She's just kind of typical teenage girl. This was made in 2020, but I mean, you could have told me it was like the 2000s or something, and I would believe you. She's friends with some other teenagers who may have been twins. I'm not sure. And then there's another girl, this deaf girl, that they're friends with, and her father is some kind of minister or priest. And there was a priest from South Africa, I think. Could be wrong. But yeah, his name was something like Father Alawali. It was something funny like that. I mean, not that that's funny. It's funny to me. And then there's like this young sheriff guy, and they all had like pretty substantial parts, I would say. And then there's like other, supporting cast and stuff. There were a few kills. Nothing really stood out to me in that area, but there were like some chase scenes and stuff. There were a few scenes that kind of creeped me out. It had an odd atmosphere to it. Like it was almost churchy. I mean, there's a little nudity with the teenage girl characters, but overall, like it takes place in a small town in Ohio, I think, and the men are all kind of traditional. Like it's got this kind of conservative vibe to it. Overall, I liked it. It's kind of hard to recommend to like, general horror audiences, but if you like independent horror that's on the low budget side, and don't expect too much out of it, I thought it was worth a watch. I think Kelly picked this up from the Dollar Tree. It was definitely worth the $1.25 or whatever she paid for it. So, have you seen this one? What did you think of it? Anyway, I'm going to put a link in the description to Rob's channel if you want to join in on the challenge. Just feel free to jump right in. Um, and until next time, keep on creeping on. Yeah, cheers. Thanks a lot.